what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be reacting to a video titled Pittsburgh's Secret Downtown Fortress. Before we get into it though, some of you might have noticed that I didn't post yesterday, which I post daily by the way, if you want to subscribe. Sorry. But yeah, I was on a 4-day trip with my mom and I somehow counted the days wrong, which I mean it's me, so it's understandable. And yes, yesterday was the first day ever on this channel that I've skipped a day, which is heartbreaking, but it's okay, we'll get through it and it won't happen again. So without further ado, let's see what this video is about.
Right in the heart of downtown Pittsburgh, hidden in plain sight, stands a nondescript building. Built to be a fortress with limited windows, reinforced walls, radiation and gale force wind resistance. All connected to a network of underground bunkers and mountaintop relay stations. New York has its infamous 33 Thomas Street, a windowless tower rumored to be a fortress of mass surveillance. But this is Pittsburgh's own silent giant, built to stand strong.
Now this is the type of video I want to watch. I don't know why I find it so fascinating. In Finland, in Helsinki, you can get anywhere from below ground and it also will work as a fortress if ever needed. Spain I don't think has anything. Spain's not ready for anything, but Finland Finland's ready, and they also have food preserves and everything, I think, which I think I just think that's interesting. I don't know, bunkers, fortresses, all of that, cool.
Through Cold War anxiety and catastrophes. Welcome to 635 Grant Street. Designed by the Bell Telephone Company as the literal building for the future, this is arguably Pittsburgh's most secretive downtown structure. 635 Grant Street was a pivotal node engineered to protect equipment and ensure the continuity of government and military command during a nuclear exchange. Completed in 1969 at a cost of roughly $21 million, the 16-story building was engineered to withstand...
Completed at 1969, but if it was completed in 1969, wouldn't they have to kind of, like, would it still work? You know, because everything gets better all the time, then the fortresses should get better as well, no?
Natural and man-made disasters. Its largely blank facades and restricted exterior openings provided necessary security, minimized dust interference, and offered enhanced structural resilience. The equipment housed inside was so heavy that the building was constructed with 13.5-foot ceilings and reinforced floors capable of supporting 150 to 225 pounds per square foot. This far exceeds the 60-pound average of standard commercial buildings. The building's inauguration on November 28, 1969 attempted to place the ceremonial first call to the Deputy Director of the London Post Office System. Despite multi-million-dollar technology, the call was met with a busy signal. A minute later, the connection went through, resulting in a 9-minute conversation that cost $27 plus tax. The building even facilitated early tests of the picture phone, predicting the modern video call decades before the modern internet was a reality. Inside 635 Grant Street was a bustling telecom hub with cutting-edge technology. The building housed a $1.2 million overseas operating center on its 4th floor, decorated in an English motif. Starting out with 80 operators and 23 technicians processing an anticipated 1,200 calls daily to Great Britain. The operations center was a success and it expected to double rapidly. This made Pittsburgh the very first inland operation for the Long Lines overseas unit. By 1971, the Pittsburgh Center expanded to handle calls to Brazil, Germany, France, Italy, the Philippines, and Taiwan.
I don't know why, but if this is the building from the outside, it doesn't look that reinforced. The walls actually look quite thin. It looks like it's made out of, on this side you can see it's kind of made out of like brick. And on this time you have some type of like marble, or I don't know if it's marble or probably not, but some type of stone and some windows and, you know, like...
Processing calls for
I have no idea what architecture, like I have no idea about architecture though, so I might be completely wrong, who knows?
Massive 20-state inland area. Pittsburgh was chosen for this inland center specifically because of its proximity to the Earth Station in Edom, West Virginia. Overseas calls were beamed across the Atlantic via the Intelsat 3 satellite down to the Edom Earth Station. From there, the messages traveled across the mountains of West Virginia and Pennsylvania on a microwave relay path called the Long Lines Skyway using SUV-sized horn antennas. Microwave towers placed in a zigzag pattern 30 to 40 miles apart would beam data line of sight to a massive switching junction in Jennertown, Pennsylvania, before finally beaming to the rooftop of 635 Grant Street with help from closer towers such as the one in Hayes Woods. Downtown's Long Lines antennas were on the original Bell Telephone's annex roof prior to the construction of 635 Grant Street. This vast microwave network was not just for civilian phone calls, it was deeply intertwined with military communications. The AT&T Long Lines network, Edom Earth Station, and the hardened hub at 635 Grant Street was the backbone of Cold War-era military command, carrying phone, television, high-speed data, and classified defense transmissions. Because microwaves require a direct line of sight, Bell Telephone, who later became AT&T, had to build hundreds of relay towers across the country. To protect this critical infrastructure, the network had to be physically hardened. These concrete monoliths were constructed partly due to the high cost.
Isn't it awesome how humans can do things like this? I don't know, it's so weird.
Of post-war steel, but primarily to keep the sensitive electronic equipment and batteries safe and close to the antennas and allowed the towers to survive the shockwave of a nuclear blast. As the Cold War progressed, AT&T transitioned to less expensive, more recognizable steel towers and relocated equipment to fortified buildings below the towers. This allowed the microwave network to expand rapidly across the country. Locally, an additional massive hilltop switching junction was built south of Pittsburgh in Greene County. Named Sycamore, this microwave...
I wonder, when they made the first one, and they posted this on the news, and it says Sycamore Tower, part of new international phone system. What did people think back then? Because it's kind of AI nowadays. It became a new thing, and everybody has opinions. I don't know why, but I guess this would be kind of the same. If I saw that, I'd be because I don't like change. I'm like a Karen with it. I'd be now they're going to put steel towers in all our towns. I wonder if people were they oh, this is so cool, or were they what is that, or what was the reaction?
Built south of Pittsburgh in Greene County. Named Sycamore, this microwave junction was a redundancy link connecting 635 Grant Street on a different route to the Edom Earth Station in case anything happened at the Jennertown junction. This shows how important keeping 635 Grant Street quietly connected and protected was. But there was one more major link in the secrecy of 635. While 635 served as the hidden in plain sight hardened nerve center of the Golden Triangle, its survival in a total war scenario depended on the Lilyville facility. Located roughly 30 miles northwest of the city near Elwood City, Lilyville was the underground partner to the downtown hub. Occupied in 1971, Lilyville was far more than just a microwave tower. It was a massive multi-story underground bunker designed to be one of the most significant interstate calling relay facilities in the entire eastern United States. The purpose of the Lilyville station was to act as the main station for AT&T's buried interstate coaxial cable and microwave systems. Major metropolitan and industrial areas like Pittsburgh were considered high-priority targets. To ensure the nation's communications didn't go dark if the city was destroyed, AT&T engineered a bypass strategy. Lilyville was the critical node for this strategy in western Pennsylvania. It was directly connected to 635 Grant Street via high-capacity microwave links and buried cables, allowing downtown Pittsburgh to access the global network. However, Lilyville's primary role was its ability to route massive volumes of traffic, including critical military and government signals, around the city entirely.
I still wonder. Oh, look at how pretty that is. That's beautiful. I still wonder when there was the what is it called? Like the lights, everything went down in Europe for like 2 days. The internet, electricity, water, everything. Like, why was that? Because they said that it was because of climate issues, but I don't know. I don't think so. Does anyone know why it went dark? Why did we go dark for a few days?
This meant that a vital communication from the Pentagon to a missile silo in the Midwest could pass through the hardened relays at Lilyville even if the downtown hub at 635 Grant Street was offline. Lilyville functioned as a hardened switching point, built deep enough into the earth to survive the overpressure of a nuclear blast that would have leveled traditional structures. By linking the Earth Station, Jennertown, and Sycamore switching stations to both the Grant Street Fortress and the Lilyville bunker, the Bell system created a redundant, dual-layered shield. So Lilyville and Grant Street are prepared for doomsday, but here's where they take another twist. According to leaked intelligence documents, Lilyville is currently a major AT&T long-distance telephone routing facility where the NSA had successfully integrated hardware to tap into and collect massive volumes of traditional phone calls as they traveled across the country or overseas. Fairview was the NSA's code name for its highly collaborative domestic surveillance partnership with AT&T. 33 Thomas Street and 7 other hub locations in major cities were named as locations where intelligence agencies plugged in to listen to cell phone calls and massive amounts of internet traffic. 635 Grant Street was targeted by the NSA for future...
I wonder if I have my own FBI agent who's like, "Watch, hi, I really like your job. I think it's really cool. If you're listening to me right now." Okay.
surveillance integration, as it was listed as a planned listening hub for tapping into internet-based phone calls. Whether or not this has been done yet is unknown. Today, 635 Grant Street remains active in some capacity for AT&T, but not as the important transatlantic hub it once was. Undersea and interstate fiber optic cables have replaced the need for the Edom Earth Station, and the Long Lines microwave towers are long abandoned or repurposed as cell towers. Inside 635 today, I'm assuming there's awesome modern technology, with some floors either empty or used as office space alongside an AT&T credit union.
Makes sense.
If you've worked as a contractor or for AT&T in the past or present, let me know in the comments below your experience with
Yes, has someone ever been into that building?
the building. Thank you for watching this far. If you've enjoyed these videos, please like and subscribe, as that is the easiest way to help my channel attempt to stand out against the endless sea of videos as a small content creator.
Well, guys, that was quite interesting, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting more, at least like from the start. I was expecting more like actual fortress, you know, like the movies where billionaires go into like the very like modern, you know, there's like tubs and stuff, and then you go inside and then you're like, yeah. But it's still cool. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.